Hey everybody, and welcome back to the living room. It's Laura and Kristen here on a sunny, hot, and steamy Tuesday evening, getting ready to bring you all the dirt that's gone on with Jersey and just everything. So let's get going.
Hi, everybody.
Is that
Kristen
you?
here.
Is that you, Kristen? Hi.
Hi.
What's the word?
What's the word? Where do you want to start? We got a lot to cover tonight. You want to do a reality roundup?
Let's do a reality roundup.
And then we will go into the Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 7.
Before we even start the reality roundup, I need to talk about Kristen and I and our husbands are taking a field trip to Rail's Steakhouse this Friday evening.
Yes, we are.
We're bursting over here. So listen, if anybody's in the Jersey area and you want to come down to Rail's, we're going to be looking for broken fingernails and hair extensions in the parking lot. All right? Because we know that it's supposed to be insane, this finale, and it all takes place down at Rail's.
Oh, we got
So we're going to Rail's to see what kind of clues we can find.
Oh, yeah. And I think we're going to be talking to some people there.
We're gonna listen. Yes, we're gonna interview some waiters and waitresses. Be like, were you here when the Jersey girls were here?
Yeah.
Plus, we're gonna be doing a live on our Instagram, and if you can,
follow
us on Instagram. It's Oh, sorry. I always get this mixed up. Ladies in the Living Room. LITLR podcast.
Yes.
On Instagram. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, because if you want to see our smiley faces, you can go check us out on YouTube at Ladies in the Living Room. Mm-hmm. Right? That's easy, right?
That's easy.
All right. The Bravo's got some stuff to talk about. So let's just cover quick. How could it be quick after all this time? But Summer House Part 2 reunion. Mm-hmm. Lindsay and Carl, more drama. If I hear the drama on these two anymore. But I do have something to say. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, and there was a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
However, I will say that I think Carl is acting a little sus in this whole thing, and I'll say why.
Okay.
I think when Lindsay said the thing about Carl, Carl was high on shrooms a week before filming happened, and, blah, blah, blah. I think these were the tough questions that Lindsay was asking.
Yeah.
That Carl really couldn't answer. You know, I mean, that's one, but then all the things about the job and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think she's right. I think, where is the line, Carl? You know?
Yeah.
And why do you keep crossing it? And I get it. Like, she was weaponizing his sobriety a little bit. That's what Amanda was saying. But at the end of the day, I think these are the kinds of questions she was asking him, and he wanted no part. And I kind of get where she's coming from. Again, I've said it, and I'll say it again. No Lindsay fan over here. However, I just think these are things, and these are things that Carl should have been able to say, like, nope, this is what I'm doing. More definitive.
Yes,
right?
yes. I think, and I touched on this last week, Carl does seem very concerned about his image. Yes, Lindsay called him out about, this mushroom thing, and he's not quite sober. But what is the true definition of sober?
I mean, is it a California sober?
It's a California sober.
Where you're like smoking weed and you could be like, yo, dude, pass the bomb, all day and consider yourself sober. So the point is, I don't really care what your definition is. But at the same time, I think these are the kind of questions that Carl was like, Lindsay, stop.
Yeah.
But I think she is right.
Yeah.
To ask these questions, especially somebody that's going to be your wife.
Yes, absolutely. And, at the reunion, when it came up about him doing the mushrooms and all of that, they didn't really dig into it either.
They didn't.
I got the feeling that Andy was more Team Carl than Team Lindsay, right? I mean, he seemed like he was throwing some softballs to Carl, and he was throwing some hard balls to Lindsay.
But I think Lindsay gets the hard balls because Lindsay can take it.
She's tough.
Yeah, I don't think Carl can really hang.
Yeah.
As we saw.
Yeah.
With the way he was with Lindsay.
Yeah.
I don't think he really can take the tough ones. But there was one point he said, like, have you read the internet lately? Like, or somebody, or Paige said, you're always talking so down on yourself. He's like, well, have you read the internet?
Yeah.
And it's like, Carl, don't read the internet. Even Andy was like, it's a hateful place.
It
like,
is.
why are you?
Just stay away from it. I know.
Stay away.
Because, listen, with Lindsay and all, there's a lot of Lindsay fans out there. So they're going to be all on Lindsay and for Lindsay and against Carl. So if he's going to read all that hate, yeah, they're going to be on against him.
There was so much that it was like, oh, the wedding. And again, Andy, I thought it was great that Andy addressed, like, look, I spoke to production. Lindsay being blindsided. I was blindsided. I was blindsided by the blindness. I couldn't take it. Meanwhile, the production didn't know what was going to happen. So I think that was kind of vindicating Carl a little bit.
Well, that part for sure. I mean, like I said, I feel myself, I don't have a side in this. You know, I see where Lindsay's coming from. I see where Carl's coming from. 100%.
You're playing a little bit of Dolores Catania.
I'm playing a little Switzerland.
You're playing Switzerland.
Yes, I
That's
am.
all right. Because
It's
I see it
okay.
too. It's easier to see both sides when it's not you.
When it's not you.
You're going, oh, I get it. I get it. And
I get
again, I'm thrilled these two did not get married. And plus, Lindsay's got herself what I'm sure is another hot. She doesn't waste any time.
Did you see her face kind of lit up when Andy said, "Are you seeing somebody?" She had this big smile
The
on her
poor
face.
thing
Yes, I am.
knows her eggs are ready to be fried and scrambled, and she's all about business. She is business, and and believe me, at 38, I was all business too.
Listen, I was there too. I got married when I was 37, had my child when I was 38. So I know.
Carl,
I get you, Lindsay. I hear you.
Carl wasted a critical year of egg time.
Yes, she
and I
did.
hope to God her eggs are sitting in a bank somewhere.
No, I was thinking maybe she
I
froze
hope
them.
to God her
hope
eggs
so.
are sitting in. I hope she's got at least, a quartet somewhere.
And I'm going to say something else for Lindsay really
Tell
quick.
me your name.
I felt for her too because other than Gabby, her dear friend Gabby, nobody was sticking up for her.
Meanwhile, Gabby
she was
is
taking
so
punches. I mean, everybody
and I'm
else
glad.
was kind of, coming at her a little
But you know
bit.
what? Lindsay can take it.
I love the entire cast, but
once again, let's just mention West Wilson sitting there in his Weekend at Bernie's suit with his bad hair.
His oversized baggy
Whoa,
suit.
that again, who did he piss off in wardrobe?
I don't know.
Who did he piss off in wardrobe?
I don't know. I felt like this poor man was very ill prepared.
But you know what?
For this reunion.
And then did you hear Paige say?
It's like he had no clue.
Wait, but did you hear Paige say he doesn't care about you, Sierra? During the commercial, he only cares about his public image.
Yeah,
which might be.
I love Paige. I think she's right. Actually,
you know what?
I think West
is a
good guy. I just don't think he is serious.
And let me tell you, it's a
serious
lot
about
to walk
getting involved with anybody.
From total obscurity into being famous. It's like overnight.
I don't think he ever watched a Bravo show before he got on this.
I mean, I don't think he's that naive. Maybe he did tune in just a tad bit.
Maybe.
But we don't know. He might be as dumb as he looks. No,
we don't know. I want to tell you something about Wes, which I found interesting. I was listening to the Viali podcast, right? I tune into that.
Oh, the Vial Files?
Vial Files.
Nick Vial.
Am I saying his?
Did you make him Italian overnight? Nick Viali. It's all right, Nick Viali.
Oh, I just started listening.
Nick Vial. The Vial Files.
The Vial Files. I'm sorry. Vial Files. So he interviewed West, and the person that actually, you know who got him on the show?
Who?
Lindsay.
Oh, see.
So we really, I mean,
we gotta thank Lindsay for that.
We gotta thank Lindsay. I mean, she really is kind of the powerhouse in that
Listen,
show.
Lindsay is a force of nature.
She's
there
a
is
force
no
of nature.
doubt about it. And let me tell you, a strong woman if she was a man, we would not be having any of these conversations.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, he's a strong man.
Yeah.
He's a man who's very strong and knows what he wants. She's confident and good for her. It might piss me off, but rock and roll high school girl.
No,
do
good.
what you got. So.
Look, we love to watch her, I think. Even the ones that, they love to hate her, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I love to hate her.
I don't. I know some people might.
I'm annoyed after all these years that we still, I'm annoyed for her that she still has to be out there trying to get those eggs fertilized. I thought we definitely would have seen her tie the knot. Like, I was
know.
like, damn, that was a good year. I mean, if nothing else, I understand that she wants that baby so bad. And the
course.
clock is ticking. And, Carl, you wasted like a good year of that, you know?
I have hope for her and this new man. And maybe they'll show him in the next summer house.
Yeah,
so I'd be
hopefully they
looking
will.
forward
Of course
to that.
they're gonna.
Of course. Because
And listen, this
I
is
am
their
sure
paycheck.
she is coming back. I am sure Carl's coming back.
Because they were like, Andy was like, do you think you can all get together in the summer house again? And he was like, yeah, because they're all like, we need money.
And
Show me the
according
money.
to, I think it was Amanda, they make a lot of money. So please, yes, come back. I want to see all of them. I even want to see West come back.
Oh, of course. I want to see West. I love West.
I love him.
I want to.
He was, I think, really quick. He was like the Bravo darling, like
he
the new
still
darling.
Is. He still is. He's a little
he kinda
soiled.
Is. He's not the douche
No,
right
he didn't
now.
do anything that bad.
He just didn't want to get serious.
Exactly.
That's it.
I get it. It wasn't bad. Listen, and they needed something to talk about. And I want to go out in the city and see West in the wild. I would like to go see him in the wild.
Yeah.
And just see him out and about with the Bravo ladies and all the celebs coming up. West,
Oh, and he seems, you know what? He seems like he'd be a very nice guy.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm sure
get the
he's
feeling
awesome.
anyone could come up and talk to him. He'd be like, yeah, sure. Hey, let's have
I'm putting it out in the universe.
Yeah.
We're going to be out in the city one night. We're going to bump into West Wilson in the
wouldn't
wild.
that be so great?
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to OC.
Okay.
The OC trailer came out this week.
Oh, wow. That was interesting. Now, it's starting in the beginning of July. I think it was July 6th or 7th, something like that.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Okay.
I'm
Wait.
excited because I love that one.
One question.
Yeah.
Is Vicky Gunvalson back?
No.
She's a friend?
I don't even think she's a friend. I think Vicky almost makes cameos. Or maybe she is a friend.
She went from the OG of the OC to making cameos.
Because
you
know what?
Wants
the only
to be
one
back.
they're really talking as that's a true friend is Alexis Bellino.
Jesus Jugs.
Jesus Jugs.
Jesus Jugs. That was Tamara's nickname. Jesus Jugs. Meanwhile, I saw her just recently. Oh, so fabulous. And Jim, I think her husband's name was Jim Bellino, right?
Yes.
Benino? No, Bellino.
Bellino.
Oh, he was a weird dude.
And
then
I was actually kind of happy when I heard they split up.
She was way too.
Yeah, no, she didn't need that.
He wore weird scarves and jackets and weird glasses and had
he had a bit of a creepy
facial
look to
weird.
him.
Yeah, he was all a little too much.
Yeah.
But I did just see her recently on Below Deck.
Okay, really?
She was on with
Alexis was
just post divorce from Jim.
Okay,
and she was with this new hot guy, and they was like, hey. But she was no Jill Zarin. I have to say, she was having fun and having a good time, but she wasn't being a nasty guest like Jill Zarin.
Oh.
Ooh, Jill Zarin.
I didn't see that one, but I love to watch Jill.
Let me tell you what they do.
I love watching
Let me
her.
just tell you, I have my own private yacht. Let me just tell you what we do. No, Jill, shut up. And she wasn't even the primary.
Oh, wow.
And meanwhile, just as a side note on Below Deck, Med, that's on right now, I'm really excited for Captain Sandy to get married in Greece. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh
anyway,
God.
but wait, we're talking about the OC trailer. Sorry, I'm getting way off.
No,
into
that's
the
okay.
Bravo-verse.
I like these little guest appearances that are going on Below Deck.
Well, this was my take on the trailer. My take on the trailer was Tamara was doing a lot of screaming. Like she normally does.
She gets activated. I love Tamara. I could watch her all the time. I'm so
like
happy
Tamara.
she returned to the OC. She was gone for a couple of seasons.
She
right?
was, but
came back.
not of her own volition. And Eddie was like sick in there. Was it because Eddie wasn't? I don't know. Eddie had some trouble.
Okay.
With his heart, like something. But we're hoping you're okay, Eddie, because
we
you're
love
hot
Eddie.
to try.
We love the both of
and
them.
we love Eddie. But Tamara's doing a lot of screaming, and I will just say that at BravoCon.
Yeah.
Not Vegas BravoCon. blah 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 blah. Did I just have a stroke? Okay, no, I'm good. That at the Jacob Javits Center BravoCon.
This was 2022.
This was the second BravoCon.
Yeah.
I was just like, walking around the floor, and then there was Tamara behind the velvet rope.
Oh.
And she was walking around sort of like a general. She had her hands behind her back and her chest out, and she was strolling along, like checking out all the ladies. And I went, Tamara, can I get a picture? And she didn't say much. She just stuck her head out. We took a picture. She kept marching. I was like, okay, Tamara.
So she's doing the job. But she was on guard.
She was on guard.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was even really supposed to be in that area. Probably me was like not in the, a little off to the VIP area. So maybe
but you're
I was
so sweet and
maybe I was
lovable.
just-
Anyone would be like, oh,
gee,
Laura,
shucks,
of
thanks.
course.
Thank you, shucks.
True.
I want to say Shannon Bedore. I'm rooting for you, Shannon.
I am too.
I'm rooting for you, Shannon
Yeah.
Bedore.
We
Come
love
on,
watching her.
Shannon.
Yeah,
she had a
come on.
rough
She
year.
had. Oh yeah.
For those of you that don't know, but
Oh,
I'm sure
God.
everybody that watches Bravo knows that Shannon did get into a drunk driving accident leaving John Jansen's house.
Home. I think she was backing out of his driveway.
She was going like very
Right?
fast through
Yeah,
those small
okay.
streets. And now
Yeah.
he's, of course, dating Jesus Jugs, who we just
Jugs.
talked about.
Which is almost bizarre to me.
Well, now, of course,
he's
they have-
dating her, and then she comes into the show.
Well, now, of course, they have her on the show, so Shannon and Alexis can get into it. They can fight it out.
Oh my God.
They can duke it out. So I'm
God.
rooting for Shannon. I don't know why this John Jansen.
I feel for her. I mean, this is a lot to take on.
Do you know who John Jansen is?
No.
He's the Harry Dubin of New York.
Okay.
He's the Harry because they
he's
all
like
dated.
kind of the playboy of
Yeah,
the
he's
OC?
the playboy. I don't even know if I'd call him a 60-year-old geriatric sort of playboy, but he is the Harry Dubin.
Yeah, the Harry Dubin, because
Of the
Harry
OC,
made his way
of the
around
OC,
the
yeah.
housewives in New York, right?
Luann,
Now John.
Sonia married Luann, but also hooked up with Ramona. Oh, God in heaven.
Oh God, that's right.
Harry.
He was Ramona. What about Bethany? Was he with Bethany too?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm sure he
Jeez.
would have wanted to.
He probably wanted to get there. Yeah, of course.
All right,
But that's a
so,
good comparison.
Heather annoys me, even though I like Heather. I just
I
saw
don't-
a clip of Heather on Married with Children 4,000 years ago, playing this hot
Really?
woman who walks into Bud's fantasy. And she's
Okay.
like, "Hi there, Bud. I'll get it in a size 6 or something." He's like, "I only have a size 9.5." Anyhow, so I just saw that.
So
and
that
I
was
like,
one of her earlier acting jobs.
earlier acting jobs.
Okay.
But in a way, Heather annoys me, but I do like her. I
I
love
liked her
Dr.
watch-
Terry.
Yes, I love him.
I'm a botched freakazoid. I
Yeah.
love botched. I've seen them all. I could
Very good
probably
show.
do a tummy tuck or rhinoplasty. I could probably do one of those.
Yes.
After a bottle of wine, I wouldn't even need anesthesia. I would just jump in there. I'd first start it on myself. I'd do one on you, Christopher. But you don't need a rhinoplasty. Except
So sweet.
watching that show, I have learned how to perform the surgeries.
Oh my
You
God.
just come find me, Dr. DeBro.
I love that show, and I love Paul Nassif.
Nassif. Dr. I love their little.
Love them.
and
They're
Terry,
a good duo on
Terry
that
is
show.
relentless on Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Relentless.
Oh, they're
but
great.
I love Terry.
Former house husband and current
Gina-
house husband. Love
yeah,
it.
and Gina Kirschenschneider,
Yeah.
Arschenharftenharschneider.
I'm not-
I don't know
no.
her name. I'm not a huge Gina fan.
Her
she's
voice
another
is
one.
a little.
Well, she's also like, I
yeah.
feel like she's just huge.
She's very tall.
She's just
yes.
tall, and I feel
Yeah.
like
Yes.
that works to her favor though, because I feel like
Yeah.
Tamra peanuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
'cause
when
you
she,
saw her in person, she's little.
yeah, I mean they're always
Yeah.
wearing heels, but I feel
Yeah.
like Gina is going to take you down,
Yeah.
which I would love being that tall, honestly, because it's like,
And
yeah.
I love Emily. I do. So I'm excited to see
I
her.
did see Emily. No, I can
love
relate.
her.
I can relate, but she is crying about how she's lost all this weight, and I know she's been on the Ozempic or the
Ozempic,
Zepbound or
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
But she was crying and saying like, I think she was saying Heather still looks at me as the big girl, and I'm
Okay.
like, oh God,
saw that in the
This
trailer.
woman is, I believe, a Harvard-trained lawyer.
She's a lawyer. Yeah.
But like
Very
smart and sassy, and she's beautiful. But
Yeah.
she's married to that twerp, that little little Tweety bird, Shane,
she's a
who's
little
so
out of his league.
gnarly to her. Like he is.
I'm sorry. He's a little
nasty.
out of her league. I meant to say.
Oh, no.
Wait, am I saying it
no,
right? Yeah.
She's out of his league.
She's out of his league. There you
She
go.
is so far out of his league that it's
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
in
yeah.
the stratosphere.
Yeah. I mean, he adores her. It seems. So
No,
that's
no, I don't
nice
think
marriage.
he might
No?
adore her, but I don't think he shows her. No, they have a terrible marriage. He's so mean to her.
Oh,
And she's
no.
like such a badass.
Yeah, no.
By the
she
way,
is a
also,
powerhouse. I
excuse
love
me,
her. Actually.
This man, I don't even know if he's passed yet, but he took the bar like 4 times.
Yes. That's
Come on now, son. Don't get on her because she's got a little bit of a thigh that might not be like a size -2
Oh,
0.
And she's an
Negative
Ohio
Teresa.
girl, and I love people from
I
Ohio.
like Emily.
I love
Vicky.
it.
Okay, Vicky's coming, going.
So, and
whatever's
we've
happening.
also got, and Teddy Mellencamp, Sutton, and
ugh.
Vicky, they make cameos.
Ugh.
So-
Teddy, no, go away. I don't go away, Teddy.
It's
Stay
kind of
behind the mic.
Well, she's very close with Tamara because they have that podcast
Yeah,
together.
titties
So,
in a pod.
Titties in a pod.
As we know.
And I guess Sutton, they were showing in the trailer
Sutton
this
Strack.
new person.
Miss
Sutton
Stra-
Strack.
oh, they're showing,
She's friends with the new addition to the OC.
Her
Katie
name is
Ganella?
Ganella.
Okay, I don't
She used to
know.
be a golf reporter, but she's
Okay.
she's a friend of Gina's.
Oh, she's a friend of
Excuse me, I'm
Gina's.
butchering her name. Gershon Schneider.
Yeah, I can't say
Kiffin
that
Schneider
name.
Heider.
Yeah.
And then there's Jennifer Pedanti. That's the one who's like husband's like, it's God's work that they're, and she's like, it's God's plan that they're making fun of you, like,
Yeah,
or
right.
that they're coming to destroy you. Like, I don't think that's God's
Yeah,
plan.
he's getting investigated by the FBI, so that should be interesting. Yeah,
See, I
something
didn't
with
really-
extortion.
I didn't pay
and
very-
the major leagues, something with that.
I didn't pay very close attention last year,
Yeah.
so
I actually
We're
last
in
season
for it.
I did get back into it, but it's only because Tamara rejoined. I love
we're
when I
in
was like,
for
oh,
it.
Tamara's back. Okay.
all right.
So, we got that.
Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya Moore. Tell me what Kenya did.
Okay.
What did Kenya do?
So all I know,
Gone with the wind. Fabulous.
they're in the process of filming it right now. So I think
Kenya.
it's going to be a very good season. So I'm looking forward to it. But
she's
she had
out.
some event at her salon.
Her hair spa.
Her hair
She's
spa.
opening up a hair spa, girl.
And it seems like one of the new people, her name is Britt Edie.
Yeah, she put what?
She put photos of her giving oral sex to somebody at the event. She put photos up of this. Now, some
You know what?
people are saying
That sounds
Kenya's
like
saying
Kenya.
it didn't happen.
Come
and
on,
then-
Kenya.
Long
would
story
you-
short,
way
she
to
got
welcome your
suspended.
new cast member. Oh, get her in a compromising position. Oh, right.
Can you imagine this? But she got suspended. Now,
I think
suspension doesn't mean you're fired.
She's permanently
They might
or-
be keeping her off for a couple of.
But I think
episodes.
I think the word on the street is that she's fired.
Oh wow!
But
I mean,
we will tune in, wait and see. But terrible move on Kenya's part.
I would say
Allegedly.
so.
I don't know if she really did this or not, but
Well, she wanted to come in with a bang, but this is a little much, don't you think?
sorry, that is gross.
No, it is
Oh,
gross.
and by the way, I saw somewhere that they're calling it revenge porn.
Revenge porn.
Which is what Sandoval is getting sued
Yes.
for right now. And I don't even know
By
how
Raquel or
Ariana
Rachel.
is even getting sued for it. But
Right.
she is too. I don't know. I'm not a revenge porn attorney, but if I was,
So revenge porn is basically when you're showing explicit photos without the person's consent, right? And you're on public display.
well,
I
there you
guess.
go. Good job on you there, Kenya Moore.
My goodness.
Gone with the wind, fabulous.
Gone with the wind, fabulous.
Donkey booty.
That was one of the best lines.
Stallion
ever.
booty. I'm not sure which one was hers. Was it stallion booty or donkey booty? I just love saying donkey booty and stallion booty.
So
All
do we
right.
want to get really quick before we go into episode
Shh,
7
talk to
of
me.
New Jersey?
Talk to
do we want to
me.
talk about Teresa, the
Tree.
reboot?
Yes.
Tree.
Tree.
So what are we thinking?
Word
with
on
this
the street.
possible reboot.
Word on the street is
Yeah.
that Tree might be getting her own spinoff.
Okay.
Because they do not want the tree huggers, Tree, and this entire audience and what she has built over the last 14 seasons or whatever to go to
Right.
another network. And I get it. I
No.
would not let them go either.
No.
That's a huge audience. However, I don't know if this is true or not. This is just another, rumor out there. As Teresa would say, on the internet.
On the
It's out there
internet.
on the internet. Out there on the interwebs.
Right.
On the
right.
interwebs.
On the internet. So I would say this is what I'm going to say about it really quick. I think that if they do a reboot of Jersey, it's not going to be a 100% reboot like New York. It's going to be like a partial reboot. And I think Teresa will stay.
It's getting so bad and it's so
Yes.
mean-spirited at this point.
Yeah, I know.
It needs it.
It
really does.
It's pretty dark.
But
So-
I feel like this is the last season, and I'm getting nostalgic. So I'm actually
Okay.
glad that we're doing it because
Yeah.
I feel like
This is almost the end of an era.
RHONJ as we know it will never be the same again.
End end of an era.
So let's dive right
let's
in.
Dive right into episode 7.
And receipts.
Okay.
Season 14, episode. Are we ready at episode 7?
Episode 7.
This was a to be continued at RP Prime.
Oh my goodness.
Fuda, John Fugazi, drug dealer, loser, money launderer. There were just expletives were flying.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that was.
Pretty dramatically. I know. So Tree, when we open up on this episode, Tree clarifies the money laundering was her then husband.
That was my husband.
Giudice, that wasn't her.
Fuda, when I need my money laundered, I'll call you. All right. Who wrote that line for you, Fuda? Who wrote that?
And Tree said to Louie, Fuda made a big mistake.
Oh, excuse me. She said, I counted them. She said 4 bigs.
4 bigs.
Big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking with the wrong Teresa Giudice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
So, shit.
Oh, my God. But he kept saying, well, I got a backhanded apology. What's a backhanded apology?
Oh, Rachel was saying it was a backhanded apology.
I don't know what
He's
that
like, that was my point.
Listen,
she
said, I'm sorry. I really think that it was an apology. And
I thought it was an apology.
Clean slate.
And I also want to say
that
I don't believe Fuda, John Fugazi, dealer, drug dealer, loser, went in there wanting to make up. So
no.
It was
I think he
set out
wanted to
from the
have
beginning.
his moment to look like he was Mr. Soprano. He had his Mr. Soprano moment, and he walked out. So
big mistake.
Big
4
mistake.
bigs. That is. I'd be, And then Louie's like, this is the scene of a gangster. Louie says, yeah, blah blah blah. Like, what? What are you guys talking about?
So Teresa called him a hothead, and like her brother.
Hotheads don't get anywhere, Tree.
Yeah.
You see that? Meanwhile, at one point when Louie said nothing, he was looking at Teresa with this like face on, with his bright face, with his steak face. He looks like he was a raw steak with red cherry lipstick on, like staring at Tree like. I don't know what that was. And he was like, I gave this guy 30 seconds of my time. Why did I do that? Why did I, he was all pissed.
We all noticed that red face. Oh, my God.
Oh, and then he says, Lou, she was saying, like, Tree. Were they back? Did they go back to Tree's house after this? Like, where did they go after this?
Oh, yeah. They had their moment back at home. I think that was like the next day.
Oh, because she was like, he didn't want to put that lie out. He put that lie out about you, and he didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have just been better? Didn't somebody mention this in the episode? If the guys met?
Yeah.
It would have been 2 seconds.
Well, I think Rachel said that when we're fast forwarding a little bit to the
party.
Right.
Well, let's go to the party.
And she's right. Like, it should have been between John Fuda and Louie. And maybe her and Teresa could have left and they could have hashed it out.
Because Tree gets herself,
Yeah.
Oh, and then when they're leaving, hold on, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. But when they were leaving, she was like, okay, they left the bottle. Why? You don't want to bring it to your body? That bottle.
Yeah, that bottle made its way in, though.
I love it. It's such a representation of Tree because it's got the perfect bow and it's a beautiful bottle of Johnny.
Yes.
Blue Label,
Blue
whatever.
Label,
and her
right.
father apparently drank it,
That
so
was
it's
his
another
favorite.
like knife in the heart to Joey Gorgas.
Right,
like our
right.
father.
But according to Melissa, they have 17,000 bottles of it in their basement.
All right, so we got that. All right, so
okay, so then we jump to Danielle. It's showing her being a mom, and she's
still
floating. From New York
She's
Fashion
floating
Week.
from Fashion Week. What was her eye? What did she say? Something about she's still eye of the tiger. What was that? Her best. It was the eye of the tiger in the best way possible.
Okay, is that what she said?
She did. I don't know what. I don't unless I got it wrong. But I was like, what are we? Rocky? Like, what is that? And it was
this
cute.
was like she made it. This was her moment. Like she made it.
Well,
good
for her. I mean, that was good. And then she was upstairs waking up the kids.
And she said, "I'd rather host 30 fashion shows than just my daughter in the morning
than dress a 6-year-old child."
Yes,
well,
because
Valentina.
it's so hard. Yeah.
Valentina, my wannabe wish name because I was born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Pissed my parents didn't name me Valentina. Damn it. Gosh, damn it.
Oh, it's so cute.
So
But
yeah,
the
she
kids
even
were very
held up.
cute.
She held up the pencil socks and the tutus and the whole business.
I think she said she wants to wear a bikini sometimes to school. So she's whatever mood she's in.
Yeah, like out in the snow. She wants to be out in the snow in a bikini.
On.
All right, so now we cut to
moments with her kids.
We cut to Gorgas.
The Gorgas. Well, they're getting. We got a little round robin going on.
We got the round
the Gorgas
robin.
Are getting ready for their housewarming party.
No, I've never seen Assistant Lindsay before. Have you seen Assistant?
No,
I've never seen Assistant
her.
Lindsay.
She looked like she was had her act together, calm.
Joe is like literally having just like a small, like little small teeny child around the house, and he's got the gun that does. Joe, I want to keep it classy, Joe.
Yeah,
I want to keep it clear. He's like classy.
I want to keep it classy. He's like classy.
Never happened.
No,
just want to say never happened.
Never happened.
All right, where we go in the round robin?
Oh, so now we get round robin. They're showing Marge with her housekeeper making some kind of a cheese board. That was cute.
Wait, but she was like, the cheese looks all moldy. Here, you have
it.
Here, you take a bite. No, I don't want. It looked like something out of the Grinch, like the roast beast. Like, what the hell was that? And she was like, "Oh, you're so funny.
You're so funny."
Yeah, of course she doesn't want to eat the moldy ass cheese.
You
Marge.
try it. Help. You try it. I'm not trying it.
Okay.
And then it goes to this was.
Hey, Dolores.
This was
Paulie.
This was an interesting scene, I think, with Dolores and her mom and daughter.
Oh, because those two were playing like.
Oh.
They were playing confused, but they knew exactly what was going on.
Oh, yeah, they know. And you knew what they were going to get into, and they got into it.
So no, because Paulie was coming over by the Uber Eats. He was going to be the Uber Eats, but he's not there yet. It's the mother and Gabby.
Yes. So what I found in this scene was that Dolores seemed to be dancing around the subject about, is Paulie going to get divorced, right?
Was Paulie going to do it and then get down on his freaking knee and do it, Dolores, damn it. God
and
dang
by the way, the mom said, "What has he been separated for 12 years?" I didn't know.
I know.
Was he separated? Was she exaggerating?
She was. Paulie's. He's got good into. Oh, and the first they were talking about Frankie's girlfriend and how much they loved her.
Yes.
And it was all right for Frankie to have 3 number ones. First Nana, then his sister, then his mother.
Yes,
which I thought was very nice and was funny, but like poor Frankie.
Yeah.
And then Dolores is upset over Frank's dog because there's a tumor on the
aorta. Oh, she's a tumor. She has a few days left to live.
Very sad.
I know.
And then she's the vet. I knew she was a vet.
Oh, yeah, she's a vet. Yeah, and Dolores said she's so proud of her. She's a wonderful vet, and So
anyway, and then but also she was talking about the house that he bought for Brittany, like it's on the best street in Franklin Lakes, and I'm like, where again? 11-carat diamond ring. The man was disbarred, or I don't know.
He was disbarred.
I don't want to talk. Against Frank Catania Sr. because I love Frank.
I know. Oh, we love Frank.
We love Frank, but I don't know
one
if
of the
he was.
Best house
but where is the cash flow?
Where's the cash flow?
11-carat diamond.
So I think
one of the best streets in Franklin Lakes, unless he's making tons on the show, which he probably is.
He probably is, but like many of the house husbands in New Jersey, I think he's some kind of contractor. A lot of them are contractors. It's kind of funny. I'm like,
he's also a personal trainer.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. We love you, Frank Sr.
We love you. Yeah.
We hope your doggy is okay. I'm sure she's passed away by now. So we rest in peace to your little puppy.
I think the daughter Gabby was saying the dog only had a few days left.
Yeah, so she's probably not
and
around.
wanted the dog to be comfortable.
A moment of silence for Frank's doggy.
Yes.
I love that he has a sweet little picture with the doggy.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Sad.
It was very sweet. Very sweet.
Oh, so Gabby says enough of waiting for Paul. He still needs to divorce, so they get into the whole thing.
Her mom just wanted to get right into it, and I'm happy she did because Dolores looked a little uncomfortable. Like she was trying to figure out how am I going to explain.
Well, she was like, Ma, she was like,
we're going to go into business together as an electrician.
Electrical work, and Gabby's like, Ma, I'd like to see you install wires. Okay,
right.
I would like to see you install wires.
You're an electrician, and then she said even Paulie is an electrician,
but
she
said he's not.
He's a contractor.
He's a contractor. My father was a contractor.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So everybody's a contractor, but I guess Paul has, access to electricians. I follow him in his business. He's not an electrician. And she's like, Paulie's? The mom was like so confused. She's like, Paul's not an electrician?
He's not an electrician? Like, what does Paul do?
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
And then Dolores is like, his intentions are very good.
Yes.
But he's not clear about what my job title will be.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know. Do I want to do it? I don't know. Poor Dolores. I feel
she seems like she's kind of trying to swim through this.
Yeah, like
she's
figure it out. A little confused
Yeah.
about what's going on. She's like, Mom.
Yeah.
And then her mom's like, but you have a right to know about your future.
Yes,
which she's right.
She's absolutely right. Which is why I'm glad they showed this.
But Dolores said she was confused in general about the relationship, and her fear was looking stupid.
She doesn't want to look stupid.
I don't want to look stupid either. So I understand that, Dolores.
Yeah, I understand. I think she really loves Paulie. It looks like she's really
think they're
hoping
cute.
this. I think they're very cute.
But then Paulie enters Uber Eats.
With Uber Eats.
I'm here. We didn't even get to see, but again.
And the mom put him on the spot. What's this new company? What's Dolores going to do?
He's like, ah. And meanwhile, once again, he's in the black shirt with the black T-shirt and the black hoodie and the black hair and the black tattoos.
Yes.
And there's gray countertops and the black. Oh, we failed to even mention that there's a gray and a black Bentley in the drive. Like, where is he getting the Bentley and Rolls Royce in the driveway? Mm-hmm. From handling electricians? I don't think so. I don't think.
We got to do
I don't
research
think so.
on what Paulie's job
I
is.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Dang it. So that was that. So Dolores was a little,
And I think
a little verklempt. She didn't know which way to go.
Yeah,
Paul,
she didn't know.
He's got good intentions, though, Ma. His intentions are good.
Yes,
He's got good intentions.
One thing I did also notice about Paulie was his teeth are very white.
He is
just
very
I
white.
think he went to Louie's dentist.
He looks like Alfred E. Newman off Mad Magazine.
Bright,
like
bright Louie must have been like, I got a good dentist.
Louie is Alfred E. Newman off Mad Magazine. Like, it's like too many teeth.
The teeth are gleaming.
I'm going with Paulie. I'm going with those are veneers.
Okay, they're veneers.
They're
I think so too.
Perfect.
They really,
but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you.
But he's got the black shirt and the white teeth. It's like
poing.
Poing.
But sometimes I look at Paulie and I go, wow, he is good looking.
No, he's a good looking
But
man.
he's a little bit of a two-face.
Yeah.
That's a Seinfeld reference. Sometimes I would look at him and I'm like,
too quiet, maybe.
No, like, ooh. And then other times I'm like, damn, Paul.
Yeah.
You're looking fine today,
He's
Pablo.
got another side to him.
All right, we get to Tree's house.
And she's cooking with the kids. Adriana, Louie
eating
Jr.
eggs.
Is there.
Melania says, I'm not going to a hard school. Wherever I get in, man.
Yes.
Where I get in, I go.
Yes.
Good for you, Melania.
This was actually my favorite scene in the episode because it was very sweet with Nicholas.
Nick's getting a haircut.
The barber came to cut his hair.
It's so cute.
And he's more comfortable. And really, Tree and Louie are so sweet
great.
with
and
him.
the way he hugged him. And by the way.
And she said, do you love me, Nicholas?
Right.
And he said, I love you. It was very sweet.
And then the other kid chimed in, I love you too.
I love you too.
Louie Jr.
Yeah.
And listen, Kristen and I, we have special needs kids. We both have boys with autism. So for us, we understand
exactly.
We understand wanting to bring in the guy to cut the hair because he might scream. He might. We are there.
Yeah,
Not even we've been there. We are there on the regular. So
yes,
we love this side of Louie and Tree, and this brings Louie up on my. I always say I don't know about Louie. He's a little shady. But this brings him so far up to me because he loves that boy, and you
Tree
can tell
is
him.
such a good stepmother to him.
Tree is a good stepmother.
Oh, she's a good.
I love that. Do you love me? I love you too. And then they did like a group hug.
They
it was
did a
so
group
cute.
Hug. Don't you think it says a lot about a person though, the way they are with their children and how their children are with them?
Yes.
So how are they bad people?
I don't think he's bad.
Saying.
I don't think the guy's bad. I think he's just like a chooch, like a dingbat. Like he's fried and dried on the grill, and he's like putting on his lipstick, and he's like, Tree, we're all right. We're good people. Let's stretch in the backyard. Let's do some yoga. I'm a good guy. I'm not a hothead like your brother. I'm a good guy. All right, Tree talks about John Fugazi. He's a goofball.
Yeah, he's a goofball.
Mr. Macho, who the fuck do you think you are? Like a little yappy dog. That's what she says, like a little yappy dog.
Yappy dog. That's actually a good way to say it. Then it goes right to Rachel home with her family.
Now, we're back with Rachel. This was amazing too.
This was amazing too.
Like you would never know that she. Now I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go as far.
This.
I wouldn't go as far to call her a special needs mom.
Yeah.
However, I was so happy that she was able to say and so Gianella's her 3-year-old and Juliana has a walker, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, why does Gianella? Is it Gianella or is it Juliana? Juliana. Sorry. Where am I coming? Oh, Gianella's the 3-year-old. Sorry.
Okay. Right.
Juliana's the 1-year-old who has a walker.
She has a
My son had that exact same walker.
Right.
So I know. And she basically said she's got a developmental delays and she's delayed with some skills. She also has a lip and tongue tie.
Yes. Right.
Which they say once that gets taken out,
it might make everything work out.
Oh, but I think it's so great that they're bringing this to light.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, as special needs moms.
Yeah.
It's so many people go through it, and they might not go through it to the extent that we are going through it.
Right.
However, it's amazing to put out there because so many kids go through early intervention, and you just don't know.
You don't know. So you start as early as possible,
and it was so cute, and it was
very
cute that
cute.
the
And
little
they're
girl.
adorable
Oh, they're
children.
so. What I forgot. I wanted to see what their shirt says, and I couldn't catch
I
it.
didn't
What their shirt,
catch
but it was like
it.
mom's. Very sweet.
Oh,
that
very
was
sweet.
adorable. I was like, Rachel, you go.
Oh,
for
you
bringing
go.
This.
She went up
See,
some
and it brought
points with
Fuda
me
up.
too.
It brought Fuda up a little bit,
Oh,
even though he's Johnny
definitely.
Soprano, wants to be Johnny Fugazi Soprano Jr.
Yes. Did
I
you
brought him
notice
up.
what was the comparison to? Here, Tree was saying, I really need to be with my family after that lunch because this is where I have my peace.
Oh, right, my happy.
And Rachel basically said the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
So, it was like kind of like these women have some things in common.
Yeah, no, they do. And
so
then
it's unfortunate that they're not getting along.
But
so.
after that, it was like, oh shit, the rose that ate Rachel was back. I was like, oh no, it's the dress with the rose again. It
Oh my
literally
God.
looks like it's gonna eat her.
All I do is see that flower. It's crazy.
And for anybody that hasn't seen it, it's this massive flower rose
Massive.
on the front of this tiny woman's dress, and it looks like it's gonna just suck her down like a Venus flytrap.
It's a Venus flytrap. Oh God.
The flower that ate Rachel.
Oh my God. I love when they show the confessionals with that one.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask you one question. I just
Yeah.
thought it was funny and cute that she said it, but she's like, I love to be home with my family, like you said, and my
Yes.
comfies. Is she talking about clothes?
Yeah, she must have been talking about.
I was like, she gotta be
I was
talking about
thinking
clothes.
the same thing.
What's
What is
a comfies?
must
right,
have been her
Rach.
clothes because I think she was in her sweats and stuff like that.
But then
so that
she
was very
does
cute.
decree.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I learned from that lunch?
Oh, yeah.
What I learned from that lunch? I never want to be the person that you are, that Tree is.
She
Thank
is the exact
God
person
for
that
showing
Rachel
me this.
hopes she never is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's dumb because she doesn't even like cite examples of why.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I mean,
she's this or she's that. She didn't even say grown-ass woman once
Yeah.
because she always said, you're a grown-ass woman, you went to jail.
yeah.
She didn't even say anything about that. So I was
Yeah.
like, well, tell me why then.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause-
I think she's very clouded by her anger that she has with Teresa right now. So it's just all about, like, she brought up that he's a drug dealer. She can't get past it. He can't get past it. So that's it.
And he wasn't a drug dealer. I mean, it was a 17-year-old
He was a
mistake.
17-year-old selling weed.
I think the bigger offense, again, is his teeth. Bigger offense.
Yeah, talk about
Giant-
teeth.
Coming out.
They're about
They're
to-
trying to escape his upper lip all the time. That's a bigger offense than his 17-year-old pot situation. All right.
He needs a dentist.
Bigger offense. Now we get to
Okay.
limoncello.
Limoncello. So the
party.
limoncello themed party. I love it. So first of all, they're all getting prepared for this
I
party,
love it.
and
It's
they're
the
all
round
wearing
robin.
yellow, which is so cute. Yellow or white, I think, was the
Well, it's that
rule.
whole, Italy. You ever see those pictures of
Yeah.
Italy? It's like they're al fresco dining and there's lemons and trees. And
Yes.
You're sitting having,
Yes.
vino under the stars and
Yeah.
sweating to death because
Yeah.
it's so hot in Italy. You never see that, though.
And the lemon trees all over.
Yeah,
the
and
place.
I
it's
got to say,
very good.
Melissa looked gorgeous in that dress.
Stunning.
She's so
Oh,
pretty. And
she's
the dark
she's
skin.
beautiful.
I
She
like
is.
Joe in the yellow linen.
Yes.
Even though you see his charred chest thing over there. He looks good. She's like, Joe, do you feel like you're back in Italy? He's like, yeah, right. He's got
And
his...
She's
oh,
not happy if Joe's going to be getting liquor squirted in his mouth with
Oh,
that
I
squirt
know.
gun. She's like, no.
Oh, my
So,
God.
Yeah, that's
Then we
like,
cut to Margaret and
oh,
Joe.
God, with her eye mask
Excuse
on.
me.
I love it. And
Cue
her towel in her head.
Her dress.
Oh.
Cute. At the Copa. Her name was Lola.
Oh, yeah,
she
when she
was
goes
a
to the party.
showgirl.
Oh, she looks great.
She's Lola from Cabana. She's Copacabana. She looks like she's going to the Copacabana.
But before
Joe,
she
I
gets
think this
ready,
is sexy. You think it's cute? I think it's cute, Joe.
when she's
Now wear
getting
it.
ready for the party and she's talking with Joe Benigno on the bed, and she's talking about Jackie, and this is building
At
up to
the
something that's going to
Copa.
happen with Jackie because Jackie's going to the party.
The
So-
hottest spot of Havana. All right, back to
okay.
Melissa and Joe. They're eating pasta out of the big Parmesan cheese
Yeah,
wheel.
they're sampling the food.
I think it's smart they're eating before people show up because
You know you
Joe-
don't eat when you're
Joe
hosting a
is gonna
party.
be shit canned
Oh,
in
yes.
about 10 minutes of all those shots with his little gun.
Yes, yeah. So that was smart. Then they show Jenny getting ready, and she's going to be be in her little lemony
She
outfit
said, "Yeah, I'm
too.
gonna wear Bill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear something lemony." He looked
Oh,
like The Walking Dead.
oh God. He has a very intense stare, doesn't
Oh,
he?
he
He's
looked
always like,
bad though. Like
Yeah.
he looked like he just rolled off the curb and was like, I mean, was he out on a bender the night before? Holy Christ, he was rough.
But Jen seems to be concerned about how her interaction is going to go with Joe.
Oh, Joe, she hasn't spoken to Joe
because they
Gorgas.
haven't talked. So
And they
she's
know
a
it'd
little
be
concerned
fine.
about that. And she tells Bill, "Do not leave my side."
Oh yeah, right. Bill,
And he
don't
does.
leave my
It
side.
looks like he left her side. But
Oh, Bill
okay.
always leaves her side. Don't talk. Don't talk about me.
Yeah.
She said, "Don't talk." What was she saying? Like, did she
Yeah.
say, "Don't talk about me"?
I think that
She said something to that effect.
Oh, I think that she was actually talking also about Tree was good about her going
Oh,
to the party,
right.
but don't talk
Just
about
don't
me
talk.
at the
Oh,
party.
right. Just don't
bring me
talk
up.
about. She wasn't talking about herself. She was
Yeah.
talking about Tree.
Tree. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
don't
at this
bring up
point,
Tree at the party.
At this point, one Bill Aydin. Count Dracula.
Count Dracula
Looks like he's about to take his own life if he has to listen to one more word that comes out of Jen's mouth. You can see him. He's just like, "I'm dying slowly. I'm slowly dying.
Please.
I'm killing
me outta
myself.
here."
Please
Yeah.
get me out of here. Shut this camera off." And let's face it, the man is doing surgery all day.
Oh, I know.
I am now getting
I wanna go
emails
to
from
the
Bill
Aydin.
Aydin, Inner Sinners Sanctorum.
Oh.
Sancta, what am I trying to say? Sancta Sanctorum? Sancta, the Inner Sanctum. Anyway,
Sanctum.
Aydin Plastic Surgery is now sending me emails. So
Did you subscribe to their?
I did.
Oh,
I did
wow.
it all. So they're like, "Bill and his team." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm coming."
Well, just so
I'm
you know,
coming,
Aydin
Bill.
Plastic Surgery Center is in Paramus, which is only
We are
about
so
45
close.
minutes. We're so close.
We are going to go, Kristen.
We could go there
We're
now.
getting the throw-up facials. We're
Oh,
going
I
to go
know.
and ask for the.
We're going to get those
We're going to ask for the
facials.
Marge Senior oxycodone throw-up facial.
Let's make a deal. We'll try to do that before
All right,
the
we're
season's
going to
over,
rails.
so we
First,
can talk
we're going
about
to rails.
it.
We're going to talk. We're going to look for
Yes.
all kinds of dead Jersey girls, and maybe a couple of pairs of drawers floating around from the Real Housewives of Jersey. Maybe they were doing some ass play because they seem to always be doing, the butt stuff.
Oh, the butt stuff.
Now they're
the
drawing
asses.
schlongs all over everything this
Oh, my
week.
God.
Oh, we'll
the
get to that.
schlongs are in this one. I love
We'll
it.
get to that. All right.
Okay, so the party is getting ready. Oh, and one other thing. So Jen, she's kind of, I think, building up to saying she's going to have a discussion with Danielle. So that happens.
Right. She's setting herself up.
She's setting herself up. So the party's getting ready to start. Danielle and Nate show up first.
That was funny. And they
That was
got.
it. She had her ruffled shirt
Wait,
on.
I love that they had the rep there.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
limoncello.
Yeah,
and
wasn't
it was
that
they were
sweet?
calling it a Gorgas spritz. I couldn't hear what she was saying, but I wanted to hear what was in the Gorgas spritz.
Didn't you want one? I wanted one.
Of
when
course
saw
I
it.
wanted. I wanted.
So
to,
good.
I wanted to be at the party. Of
Of
course we
I
wanted to be at the
please,
damn
I'm obsessed.
party.
I'm like one of those stalkers.
And
I
then,
wanna
of
go.
course, this is where we see the life-size poster of Joe Gorgas.
So was that the Statue of David poster?
It was
with
the
Joe
David
Gorgas face
with a
superimposed
lemon over
with
his
a lemon covering the
peachadille.
peach.
We heard the peachadille or the picadille.
Deal.
And then Danielle says, "Why is there a lemon over his peachadille?
Right,
like a
right.
picadille, like the same
Picadille.
one. It's the same penis reference or brajol reference they used back at the Gorga other party.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
had the bread that spelled out Italy." All right.
These are grown gentlemen.
Grown
I can't
gentlemen.
believe they're doing this, but it
And
was
then
funny. And then
Danielle.
Danielle said, "I would have." What did
That
she
was,
say?
she walked in and
I would have
said,
been highly disappointed if I didn't see this.
Exactly. She walked in and said, "If I didn't see Joe Gorga's schlong
Yeah.
covered by a lemon tree, I'd be highly
Highly
disappointed."
disappointed. Of
And she
course, you
would have
expect to
been.
see that. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the freaking house. They only showed it quick.
Oh, what a gorgeous
The office.
house.
So she
Oh.
can sit down and go, "Yeah, give me a couple bikinis and a few thongs for envy. Yeah. Let me get like 3 pairs of black thongs
She said
and a
she's in
pair
that-
of size 0 pants. 5 pairs of zeros for when my
She's
other
in that
friends
office
come in."
all day.
She's in that office. And then they had the fun room, which was the glam room.
Oh, the
and
glam
Danielle's like,
room.
"I want a glam room.
The glam room was huge.
I want a glam room."
Oh my god,
It really was beautiful. And
it was beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
black and white again. I thought Paulie might have had a headache. Make sure you get black shutters on the house. You got to have black.
Okay, wait, is Paulie and Joe Gorga, are they friends?
Yes.
Okay, they're
because
friends. so-
Dolores.
Yeah. She's
But-
the mediator.
But
so
she's, let me
Paulie's
say,
the
I
mediator
think
with her.
Paulie's better friends with Tree and Louie.
Yes.
I don't know
think
why
so,
I think
too.
that. But again, she's got him playing Switzerland like her.
Yeah, I know. He's right there with her. Okay. So we see that. And then we got Marge, Joe, and Marge Sr.
Hold on,
coming to the
before that,
party.
before that, that Joe's drawing the schlong on the David of himself with Nate. And Nate's like, I definitely see some growth there. I definitely see some. I mean, this man is 40-something. He's
That's what
drawing
I'm
the
saying.
penis.
These
He
are
looks like he's in
grown
the
men.
5th grade, right?
Yes.
And Melissa's like, remember, classy, Joe, classy.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be classy. Oh, and then cut to the prosciutto hanging off the laundry line on the laundry clips. I was like, this is awesome.
But Melissa, didn't she say that's how they do it in Italy? They do.
They must.
Maybe.
Listen, I've been
to
to Italy. I've never seen prosciutto hanging
didn't
off
see
a laundry line, but I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they.
And the spread looked incredible.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
But I love Joe Benigno,
Yes.
flanked by Marge and Marge Sr.
Oh,
and
it
the
was
Wiglets.
cute. And the Wiglets. They both had them on, I think, right?
Oh my God.
So
Her
Marge
name
Sr. was
Lola.
wearing like gold, but
She
Marge
was a showgirl.
all yellowy.
Oh,
Like
she
you said,
was
the Copacabana.
She's Lola from
She's
Her
Lola.
name is Margie. She was a showgirl. Oh my God, total. I laughed my butt off.
She looked beautiful.
She did look great.
I love
and
the
Marge
way she
has
looked.
got some like depth in the. She's cut in the shoulder area.
Yeah.
Marge.
Yeah. Marge.
Marge
and then,
says wearing yellow is a very Martha coast. She
yes,
says. Very.
she's right. She's right.
Fudas
Rachel and
arrive.
Fuda arrive. Rachel's not wearing yellow, but she has a nice flowery ensemble.
Excuse me, she looks like she should be at the Copacabana.
She could be there too.
With Marge.
Yeah.
She's got the half shirt. That's Barry Manilow literally used to wear that in his concert when he'd come out.
Oh, yeah.
Copacabana in the half shirt with the feathery sleeves.
Yeah, yeah.
So the two of them can go hang out at the Copa later.
Oh, that's good. And then
now-
she's talking about.
Whoa. He brings Fuda brings grappa.
Oh, see,
You don't get more Italian. My family has
course.
grappa going on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
grappa is...
Every Italian household has
Come
grappa.
on, he brings the grappa. You can't get
Yes.
more Italian than
Can't
that.
get more Italian
Come
than that.
on.
However, they didn't have the Johnny Walker Blue with them, so they weren't
No, but
bringing
that's
that.
going to show up shortly.
That's going to make its way in.
It's going to show
Via
up shortly.
Dolores.
Rachel tells Melissa now about the sit down, right?
Okay, yeah. So, of course, she has to bring it up. She said it only lasted 9 minutes. Melissa's gasping while she's telling her. She did not say sorry the right way, basically, is what she was saying.
And she
to
said she
Melissa.
tells her that she bought the housewarming gift. And then she was like,
I'm not bringing
no
that.
go, throw it in the woods, throw it in
Yeah.
the pool. And Melissa was like, Joe doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Joe does not want that. And then she
They
said,
think it's bad karma to get
yeah,
that
she
gift.
said, thank God Rachel didn't bring that bottle into my house. It probably had an air tag or a bug in it. And that bottle, I don't want that karma in my house. I don't want
doesn't want that karma
anything
in
to
her
do
house.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But she's right. Like, they're not speaking. But that was all
yeah,
about that.
it was a little. It's a little strange,
But
right?
when I
Getting a gift
found
like
out-
that is a little strange.
That's what the father used to drink.
Yeah.
Tree's dad, Tree's dad. Then
Yeah.
that's like a knife in Joe's heart.
Yeah, I know.
Knife.
But fast forwarding a little bit, even Fessler said, it was just a gift. It really
Yeah, I agree.
just
With a
might have been
bow.
a gift. Like here,
And Teresa's tree is all about a gift. She's all
Yeah.
about a bow
yeah.
and a gift.
Okay. I
But
don't
she
think
said it was
an olive
Louie.
branch,
She said
but-
it was Louie.
Yeah, Louie came up with the idea. So maybe not an olive branch, maybe literally just a gift. But anyway, so Dolores and Paulie
Excuse me,
arrived.
Paul is wearing a yellow shirt.
He's
He
wearing a
busted
yellow
out of the
shirt.
black again.
So he listened to the
He
instructions.
busted out, but he did have black pants, but he had a yellow shirt.
He had a yellow
so I
shirt.
thought that was worth mentioning.
And his white teeth.
And dun, dun, dun. I said, is that the bottle?
There
I
it
knew
was.
Dolores was carrying the bottle, but I said,
She's
that
all
looks
happy, like,
suspiciously
"Here
like the
it
bottle
is."
of Blue Label that was left at RP Prime by the Fudas. Give it to them by Tree.
I love it.
Very sus.
Yes.
Very suspicious.
Very, very. Okay. So, of course. yeah.
Wait a minute. My favorite cut to Dolores walking in the house. Hilarious. Super fucking nice. She said, super fucking.
did.
This is stupid, beautiful.
Stupid, beautiful.
Like,
oh, I
so
love it.
gorgeous, like
Yeah.
sick.
Stunned.
Like,
right.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I pissed my pants. Super fucking nice.
I know. At first, I was like, "What is this a compliment?" Oh, yes, it is.
So Melissa notices the blue. Where did you get that bottle? Where did you
yeah.
get that Blue Label? Is that the one? Did you bring this to my house?
Poor thing. She has to clarify. Like, I didn't really question
Melissa
it.
knew right away.
She asked me to bring it, and I brought it. So it was kind
Right.
of like,
she said, I don't
this
know.
is-
She
I
said,
don't-
it's
that's
out
all
of
I
place.
know.
Why are you bringing it if we don't speak? Why is she
Yeah.
bringing it?
Yeah. Why? She's like, you're
Because
fake.
it's a TV show, Melissa, and Tree
Yeah.
is there when she's not there. She's not showing up.
How interesting would it have been if Tree was at that party and she wasn't there? So
they can't do it anymore.
We always miss her when she's not there.
Punches.
There's
still so much more to go.
There's so much more to go, and we'll be really quick. But this is where the division bothers me.
Yeah,
because you see things like this.
This is why the show has to end.
You want to see Teresa walk in. So yeah, this is why the show isn't working the way it should be. Now,
and Rachel says, "Why didn't you regift it? I would regift it." And she said, "Now we're cutting a tree in Louie's.
Okay,
where
now
they're
we're going
making
back to
meatballs
they're
with
making
Nick.
meatballs.
No, with Nick.
And yes, with Nick.
This was a heavy Nick episode. I loved it.
No, I like that they're showing Nick.
And then she's like,
Nick and his other son, Louie Jr.
Yeah, Louie. He was in here, but you could tell he's kind of psyched to be there. He's like,
he looks like he's happy. You know?
No, that's
like,
cool.
Oh, I love this house.
And then they're talking about Gia moving in with a boyfriend.
Right, and Teresa didn't live with
she wasn't
Joe
allowed
before they got married. She wasn't allowed to. She
to.
had a very strict upbringing, so she couldn't do
But
that.
wait, there was one question I had about this whole thing.
Yes.
Louie said something about somebody's being a bitch boy for her brother. Who is she talking about? Who is Louie talking about?
I don't know.
I just love when they say bitch boy.
Bitch boy.
Being a bitch boy. You're being a bitch boy.
Who's the bitch? Wait, Fuda? I don't know.
I guess.
Maybe.
And then Fessler arrives with Jeff. Jeff looks a little boring, I hate to say.
Oh,
like, Fessler's so
Fessler back
fabulous.
at the party.
And Jeff might be the greatest guy in the world, but he doesn't really talk a lot on camera.
Well, you know what? Fessler, especially this season, she is shining. She just shines when she comes on the camera.
Yeah,
she's
great.
here, and you're like,
she's just good.
Oh, there she is.
I feel like she's just brings some levity to the whole thing.
She does. She
know?
does. She's like Dolores a little bit, where she's very grounding, and she's like
She is. Like, I feel like she's legitimacy. She brings like some legitimacy to this crowd.
And she kind of,
And too bad she's probably going to get the axe at the end of the year, like they all are. But I kind
God.
of feel bad about it. But what are you going to do? And then they
hope that
cut
she
to
makes
Paul.
it, but-
Listen, your backyard is beautiful. Oh, it's so nice.
Yes,
Shit.
I
Not enough
know.
black, but it's fucking nice back here. It's stupid fucking nice,
It's
Dolores.
stupid,
Oh
fucking
my God.
beautiful.
All
So
right.
then they talk again about the
But
bottle.
No,
and
Dolores
then,
has the bottle. Like she had to bring
Dolores has
the
the
bottle
bottle.
all the way down.
of course. And then Melissa's all upset, and she basically says, I'm going to put this away with the other 17,000 bottles we have. And she gives Joe Gorga the
Right,
card.
because that's where saying though
Yeah.
that this is I know this what Dolores is like. I know this is what your father used to drink and see, but does she
Yeah.
have any respect for my father?
Do you think Joe's
And
getting
that's
a little...
why, but that's why she was like, no, Joe, we're not
Yeah.
doing this. Melissa's like, we'll put it with the 17,000 other bottles of Blue Label we
Right.
have. Goodbye, take it.
He gets a little dramatic. At
He
this
is
point,
dramatic,
though. He's
but again,
dramatic. I mean, it's a little much, but
It's a
like,
television show.
It's a television show. I
And
know.
also,
Nah.
the fact that he threw that card in the fire, I was
Okay.
like, all right.
All right.
This is why this whole show is in the crapper. Like, because there's
Put the
just
card
such...
to the side and open it later.
They're just,
I don't know.
yeah, there's just such animosity.
Oh,
It just, you gotta
you
reboot
want to hold
it.
on to the hate like that? Why do you want to
Right,
hold on to
it's
that
just,
hate?
there's no need for it, you
There's
know?
no need for it. They flash back to show that in the beginning, him and Louie were really good, and he supported him, and he was happy.
Oh, right, they were doing like flashbacks.
They were doing flashbacks, and he said, "I really love him for my sister," but then
Yeah.
he got screwed over by Louie
Right,
with
he said
this
instantly.
investigator.
He said instantly he screwed me over.
Instantly
was
he
it
screwed me
the pizza ovens?
It was the
that?
pizza ovens,
or
and
was
then
it
I
something
think
else?
then they got an investigator on him. I
But
guess
then
he
he-
got
yeah,
Bo
then he's-
Dietl.
Bo Dietl. I
Dietl.
thought it was Bo,
Bo
Diddley,
Diddley,
or
yeah.
something. Like the singer. Wasn't there a singer named Bo Diddley? I was so confused. I was like,
or
who
is that
the
a
hell are
cartoon
they?
character? I
That was
know
all
that.
last season. It's so confused. It's all talk about
You know what?
muddy.
That is where my head starts to hurt because it's too much to follow.
Yeah,
I
he
have
said
no
after 2
idea.
months he hired investigators to follow me
Oh,
around
gosh.
and ask me like what I make me look bad and to the
Yeah.
press and to the world. But he's telling, he's talking to all of them and they're all listening. It's like
Yeah.
Joe's on
He's
his
having his
he's on his
moments.
pedestal
Yeah.
talking,
It's
you
almost
know.
like he's having a Shakespearean
Then you
moment.
throw me a card saying you
And I
you
throw it
never
this in
and
the
you said you
fire.
never want to see me again.
Yeah.
Come on, that's not an olive branch. He said
Uh,
an olive branch is when you knock on the door
Yeah.
when
No
nobody's
one's
around. And you say, let's talk. Sit down and come talk to me,
Yeah.
tree.
In person.
Throws it in
right?
the fire. I'm dead.
throws
They're dead. They're dead. He's dead to
I'm
them.
dead to them. They want me to read the card?
Dead.
Yeah, okay. So,
Ugh.
all right, there was that. And then Jen A. and Bill arrive, and Jen's wearing her white and yellow.
Immediate shade. She
Okay.
says, I have valets at my parties. I guess she had to walk.
Of course she had to say
She's
that.
like, I got, I
and
can't.
another shade, she laughs at the Joe Gorga
Oh, yeah.
life-size
Never has he
statue.
been taller. Never has he been taller. That was so
She
funny.
goes, we can aspire. Yeah, that was
And
funny.
then somebody was like, would you like to rub Joe's lemons? And she was like, yeah, no thanks.
No, thank you.
I want to rub Joe's lemon. She says hi to March Senior. I thought was nice. They had a
That
nice
was a
little
nice little
exchange. And then
moment.
Jackie arrives with Evan Goldschneider. I don't know.
Evan
Jackie
Goldschneider.
bugs the living
She does
crap
okay.
out of me. She
Because
just
I kind of like, I'm rooting for her a little bit, but I know it's,
I
she's
can't-
trying to make her way into
I
this,
cannot root-
into the season.
I
for
can't
sure.
root for someone who said that Tree caused her to have a relapse with her eating disorder, but then you want to be her best friend. What? I don't understand.
See, I didn't know that. So Melissa
this-
brought
we
that out.
found that
right?
out. Yeah, we found
she
that
said
out.
it on her podcast, I think she said, and she said it in the book that the Tree caused her to go into a relapse with her anorexia. So
Right. And then Melissa was like, I don't want to hear her talk about not being invited to something. Of course she invited her.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Right,
Oh, and then
yeah.
Jackie went, I've got to say, she slipped.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
that was a beautiful slip.
It was a perfect fall.
She didn't lose one drop. And her husband, I was like, damn, man. Then he was right there to scoop her off the ground. I was like, come on.
But
oh,
is that a good house design? Because it was.
No,
I think
no.
that part of the
Do you
house
think,
didn't
you think
work.
Bitch Boy he knows how to design a house? His guy that that is his architect's probably like, hey,
watch your
put a
step."
bathroom over there. You put your bar near the bathroom in case somebody's got to pee. That's how it was designed, Yeah, that'll be good. And then if they fall, I'm going out the door on a step. You just call an ambulance.
Oh, my
It's not
God.
a big freaking deal. Oh, by the way,
but
we
then-
saw Tiffany. We saw Tiffany.
Tiffany
This girl.
made another appearance. and
This girl's going to be on the show.
Oh,
if they
yeah.
reboot,
She's-
Tiffany is on this.
She's trying hard.
Because she was
She's
trying to say,
hard.
Paulie, oh,
Yeah,
what do
what's
you-"
going
She was
on
trying to
with
talk to Paulie
you?
about the divorce, and he was
Yeah,
like,
and he looked with his white teeth.
well,
and
it
he's
is
kinda
what it
like,
is. It is what it is, what it is.
It is.
It is what it is, what it ain't, it ain't, but it ain't, but what it is, it is. So that's it. Paul, what's it going to be? I don't know. It is what it is. God dang it. Shut up. Who are you?
Oh, my God.
Do you want to open an electrical business with me? I don't know. Just saying. He doesn't know who the hell it is.
Okay, that's funny. Back to Rachel. She asked Dolores if Trey told her about their meeting. Dolores says Trey said that Fuda called her the poster child for Margaret's fraud.
Somebody wrote that line
Okay.
for him. He's not smart enough to come up with that line.
Yeah,
He's not-
he
not
must
that
have
he's
had
not
that
smart
in
enough.
his head.
He's not
before
quick enough.
going
He's
there.
not quick enough.
Yeah,
He's not quick enough.
I
Sorry.
don't get that from him either. Yeah, so then Rachel brings up like, how dare Trey bring up Jaden's mom? She doesn't know Jaden's
Right,
mom.
right.
We're living this. This is my family. How dare you? She gets all activated about that. I don't really care.
I don't
She
either.
will punch Tree in the fucking face. Nobody knows about Jaden's mom except them. So, okay, whatever.
Right, and then
I
Dolores
do
like,
think
"What
that
happened?"
Teresa had a good intention with saying that about Jaden's mom, basically
Yeah.
saying, don't bring her up.
Right.
Because about, crystal
Because
meth.
you know why? Teresa probably talked to him. Was like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna bring you up. Don't worry,
I
I'll make
got
you
your
look good.
back."
I'll make you look really good if I talk about you on the show. Don't worry about it." And Dolores was like, "What happened with John and Louie? Louie didn't
Yeah.
talk. Blah, blah, blah.
It wasn't a good apology.
and the
Jen
guys
A
are
says
talking.
Jen A made her way into the conversation and said you should have just
Right,
accepted the
which
apology.
we talked about before, right?
Yeah, right.
And
just
or
moved
had the
on. And I
guys
agree with
talk.
her. They should have just accepted the apology. But then Jackie's getting her way in there, and she's saying,
Jackie, she's driving me
Jackie says,
insane.
tells Fess she's never seen someone hate someone as much as Rachel hates Teresa.
Yeah,
So,
that was
she's-
so stupid. By the way, Jackie, I said like that is such a like. I didn't think that she was even talking that bad about her. You know what I mean? Like she's just
Yeah.
trying to stir up drama.
Yeah. she's
Come
trying
on,
to
Jack.
stir up
Did Jackie have a
drama.
little to drink that night? Like she was
Probably.
trying very
She had a
hard to
glass
get
of
in the action.
champagne in her
Because the
hand.
last 6 episodes, all she's like, "But I didn't get invited," and I'm really man. She's talking shit
She's
about me.
sensitive.
Like, come on.
She's very sensitive.
Again.
So-
wait, this was great. So Dolores talks with Jackie about about the making amends, and
Yeah.
Melissa and Marge are in Rachel's ear.
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love Marge. She's a real douche.
Yeah.
And then she sets off to find Jackie. She's a real douche. And then she's gonna go talk to Jackie about the fact that she's a douche.
So yeah, because
And Marge
that
confronts Jackie right away. She goes
Okay.
right over.
so yeah, because Dolores comes over to Marge and says, "Are you going to have a talk with Jackie?"
Oh, right. Sorry, I
because
jumped ahead.
Jackie was saying that you and Rachel were in. you and Melissa were in Rachel's ear.
Right.
And that's when she's like, she's a
Sorry, I
douche.
jumped ahead there. But
No, that's
I
okay.
thought that was the funniest freaking
it's a good,
line.
Oh, it was
Marge
so funny.
killed. She's a douche.
She's like, I'm going to go talk to her. And she goes right over to talk to her. But Jackie looks like she's all revved up, ready to go to talk to Marge and go at it. Because she's just like, yeah, let's go.
But then Melissa says she wasn't mad at Jackie for making up with Tree.
Right.
But she said you tried to start some shit at the brunch.
Yeah.
That was so lame, her trying to bring up whatever that 2-second conversation they had.
Yeah, I know. It was.
And then, it was something about, something was in her book. Mm-hmm. It was something about how, I think it was about what I said before.
Yeah, it was, right.
She made her relapse again. That
she put it in her book. She said it on her podcast. So she's kind of confused, I guess. Like, you're friends with her.
I am confused of why you would want to be friends with Teresa. Why? This woman caused you a lot of pain, apparently.
But
so
she
why?
clearly is saying she wants to just move forward. So
it's called storyline.
Storylines. Okay, so there we go with that.
And then Melissa's like, all we do is talk about your book. That was funny. She was like, all we do is talk about your book. That's what we talk about. Jackie's book.
So Marge confronts Jackie.
Yes. I've been so good to you.
Okay. I've been such a
so good to you.
So they're going back and forth.
Such a good friend to you.
And I guess the long and short of it is they're going back and forth. Marge is very upset that she didn't give her a copy of her book. And then Jackie is saying, you think you're the reason for my success.
Right. And she's like, no, I don't. And then she's like, you're making insinuations about my mother.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
At the baseball game.
Yeah.
She was like, she said, my mother hasn't even read the book yet.
Yeah,
and she was like, well, I don't know about your mother.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. And she's like, well, I can talk about my mother. You can talk about my mother.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So then she's like, I'm walking away from this. She's like, you're mad that I'm friends with Teresa. I'm walking away from this conversation.
I'm walking away from this conversation.
So that's it. Okay, she walks away.
And then Jackie's like, you're mad that I'm friends with Teresa. It's too bad.
Yeah.
This is a big fucking waste of my time. Okay, Jackie.
Okay. So this is really
but I love that
Fessler
is off doing a shot. They just cut to Jen and you see her just doing a shot. I was like, that was like her at her own birthday party. Exactly.
Right?
I would be doing the same exact thing.
I'd be doing the same thing.
I'd be like, just give me that bottle of Blue Label and I'll be off.
Can I have a shot, please? Please.
Dang it.
Okay, help me. So that's good. And then Marge goes over to Dolores and they're talking about how she's telling Dolores that Jackie is upset because she wasn't tagged
in the photo
at the baseball game.
Jackie is such a she's like, what a loser. She's sensitive. That's a loser maneuver. and Dolores like, it was an accident.
Yeah.
But
can we back up?
Cut that she's hugging Joe.
She's hugging Joe Benigno.
If she knew, if Marge knew that he looked at her and said, you're so pretty. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, no.
And then she's like, oh. And then Marge like,
and she's giving
don't
him
hug
a bear
her.
hug. And Marge is
don't
like,
hug her. She's not my
her.
friend. She's not a good friend to her. Don't acknowledge her, Joe. Meanwhile, Joe just told her how beautiful.
I think Joe is shitting in his pants a little bit.
And she said, that's sick shit, Margaret. That's sick shit. Meanwhile, when she sees that back, she's going to be like, Joe's going to be sleeping on the Jersey Turnpike for a week when she sees that. She's going to be like, hell no.
When she sees that episode, I'm sure she's seen it.
Oh, my God. What? That was great.
Oh, my God. So, anyway.
Melissa had to go upstairs because the dog was having a conniption. And she's like, I have Joe's balls in my face. And he's like, Paulie's like, don't you always have his balls in your face? Ha, ha, ha. Melissa, no, that's not really my thing, Paulie. But thanks.
Then we cut
Danielle
to Danielle and Jen
and
they're, you know what? We don't have to get into it too much.
The stupid Lena thing.
Lena
I would have stood up for you.
I
would have. Jen Aydin was like, I would have stood up for you.
Yeah.
If I agreed with what you did, and you can't, you can't get up to places by bullying people. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
right.
Blah,
like you can't work your way to the top and treat people that way.
But I thought it was funny
something about she blew her hair out. She didn't know from a hole in the wall.
That was funny. She's like, this woman blew my hair out once. She blew my hair out once. I don't know from a fucking hole in the wall, Danielle says.
I
love
Danielle's accent.
I do too. The way
it really is.
You know, she was on a show like 20 years ago called like Some Girl from Staten Island or something. I saw this video and it's like when she wanted to be an actress and the thing, and she went out to Hollywood and that's where she met Nate.
Really?
And then dragged him back to the hellhole of Jersey.
Oh,
I'm
they
only
went back
kidding.
to
It's not a
Jersey.
hellhole, but come on now.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. No. I just love to hear her talk because I love that.
Oh, and then
accent.
Aydin's talking
but they're
about
going back and forth.
Was she talking about with Jackie that they weren't on the step and repeat?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And the Aydin's spa wasn't.
Oh, she's like, I made $25,000 for that charity event. Was that with? I forget who she was talking to, but I thought it was funny that she was like, Aydin plastic surgery wasn't on the step and repeat.
Yeah. The
Like
Aydin
these
plastic
girls
surgery.
are
I know.
so.
Yeah.
It's
very,
so lame and stupid.
It is.
What they're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you, really, the whole back and forth they were having, I didn't even understand it. I was like, what are they talking about?
It was
it was
so
nonsense.
Ridiculous. Right. They're just really, at this point, they've all had a few drinks. They're,
they've had some
they're
drinks,
sucking the
but-
prosciutto off the laundry line. Like everything's gone
my
off the rails completely. Don't forget, we're going to Rails this Friday.
We're going to Rails. I can't wait. Okay, so Jen then goes over to Bill. She says she wants to go. She does have a conversation with Joe, so they did have a little interaction.
Let's get to the
and
slobber
He asks if
huntus.
she wants a shot, and she's like, I think you've had too many shots.
Oh, yeah. Joe, whatever. But at least they're talking.
At least they're
Let's
talking.
get to the slob remark.
Okay, yeah.
Slob, because
now this is the part that I was.
This is the end.
Here's the thing I'm going to say. I think Marge went below the belt with this one.
But this
For
was
sure.
This was while you're taking something, while you're taking shots.
Yes.
I'm taking screenshots.
While you're taking cheap shots.
Oh, right.
I'm taking
She's-
screenshots.
she was
She
trying.
was talking about this moment.
She was tipping us off.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
she?
she
was
was.
tipping us off.
She
Marge.
was.
Marge.
Marge is clever.
Marge.
I give it to her. She's very clever.
She
So
is clever, but I love that
She did send that screenshot over
And then
to
I'm like,
Dolores.
and
I was
Joe's
like,
holding the phone up, and then all of a sudden you see, I have to check, Delon. I have to check on my dog.
I have to check on my dog.
Checking on-
Oh, okay.
You're calling me a slob?
Yeah, I know.
That was.
And
I
think-
hate her
I hate her. That was really hard.
because she didn't tag you in a photo.
Yeah, that's.
And
too
by the
much.
way, Dolores is
I'm
right.
trying to root for Jackie here, but come on.
No, I'm not rooting for Jackie. Jackie
No,
annoys me.
It
but
wasn't a good moment for her.
And
No.
being the Italian girl from New York, right?
Yeah.
Calling someone a slob, really, that is like it's
Yeah.
low. That's going deep.
That's very
That's
deep.
like digging out at the core of
Yes.
somebody's DNA.
Yes, it is.
Like you're a slob.
You're
You're
a
a freaking
slob.
animal slob. That is a
Yeah.
slob is worse than
No.
pretty much anything. I think the only thing beneath slob would be rat.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
slob is,
No,
like,
I think
right above.
Slob might be worse because a rat's almost like you're telling on somebody or.
Oh,
you're
and then
calling-
Jackie.
But a slob almost makes it sound like you're sloppy.
You're like no, but you're
But
a
you're
pig.
You're a pig.
And she was like, Jackie was like, I meant it was petty, and she was being sloppy.
No, she was trying to cover it
But
up.
I love
No.
that Jackie right away goes, what Marge says about you and Paulie is horrendous. Like, even
Yeah.
if, and then she's like, well, she's smart.
She's
Smarter
smart.
than you.
Smarter than you, I think.
She's not writing it down.
So Dolores, as always, handled it so well. You know,
Dolores.
she kept her composure.
Where I
She
come
kinda
from,
ju-
it's
and
a
she just
nasty word.
Very classy. She just said, "I have to walk away from this right now."
And then she was like, and Dolores
gotta
was
get
like,
away from
but
this right
Dolores in the
now.
stand-up was like, really? I'm the slob? Like, who's crying every day? Like, I'm the
Yeah,
slob?
I
Marge keeps her mouth
know.
shut about me. And Marge, keep your mouth shut about me and Paul.
And then Marge calls Jackie an insecure psychotic.
I know.
She's like, oh, her and Jackie are done. I don't think they're going to be able to repair this
She's an
friendship. I don't know.
insecure little fucking psychotic. And I stood
God.
by her, and I really loved her.
And she really only
She
wanted good
really
for her.
loved her.
And she wanted good for her.
So, damn it.
Yeah, damn. Okay, so that's done.
What a
So,
show. I'm
what a show.
exhausted. I'm sweating.
I have a headache.
need a
from that
shower.
show. Oh my! I have
God
a Real
almighty.
Housewives headache.
I feel like I want some prosciutto now.
Yeah,
though.
I do too. I
And
know it's
some
making me hungry.
Limoncello.
God, that whole episode made me hungry.
All right,
okay,
so
so
we're-
next time
we're
it's going to
done.
be they're going to show Melissa working in her store. Something about nipples are in.
Nipples are in.
Trey
Gosh,
tells
damn
Dolores
it.
she wants to take Marge down.
Orange.
I think I heard that right. And then Danielle and Jenna have a dirty, rotten fight.
You're dirty.
You're
Is that you're dirty?
You're
All right,
dirty.
listen.
She calls her a dirtbag.
She calls her a dirtbag. How dare, but just don't call her a slob.
Don't call her a slob.
All right, I
All
think
right.
we're ready to wrap this up, are we not?
I think we are.
Oh my God. Kristen.
Another
This was
wonderful
something-
episode.
Another wonderful episode of the
And
Real
I'm really
Housewives of New
tired.
Jersey. And I'm really exhausted. All right, listen, everybody. Listen, we're going to Rails. Take a look out on Instagram for us
Watch
this
us live.
Friday night.
Please.
Ladies in LITLR podcast. Did I get that right?
Yes.
I always sort of mess that up at the end. But the LITLR podcast.
Yes.
YouTube, Ladies in the Living Room. And these
Yes.
ladies are going to see you next week right back here in the living room. Oh, and by the way, we have our friend Colleen here today. Say hi, Colleen. Hi, Colleen.
Our dear friend
Our
Colleen
dear friend
is
Colleen.
in the audience.
She's
so-
subbing in as our executive producer, is driving my son around, keeping him occupied. So she's been our exec producer
our
for
exec
tonight. So we're
producer.
thrilled she's
and
here.
moderator. We love her.
All right, listen. So the ladies in the living room plus Colleen are ready until next week. Have a great one. Bye.
Have a great one. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
See you at Rails.
Yes, see you at Rails.